Hello and welcome to my world of crochet. My name is Stine and today I'm here with you for a Temu accessory haul video. I needed a few crochet accessories and I took the chance and thought, well, maybe Temu can actually help me out here. I also had the opportunity to get some discounts, of course, and I compared the prices of what I need with prices on Amazon, on Hobby, etc. And the conclusion was, sorry friends, Temu just had a better deal price-wise, including obviously the discounts that I got. Therefore, I decided to move my business to Temu for this particular accessory. I am very curious as to if they meet the standards I hope they have, etc. We shall see. But it was a rather big order. Here's the bag of yarn order. I'm basically just gonna open it and we're gonna have a look at all the items that's in here. One by one, I would assume. And yeah, then we'll just take it. I can see that the boxes are a little bit squashed and squeezed during transportation, so thank God I did not order things that would break in that sense. Therefore, yeah, I ordered some wooden stuff and I'm right now just pretty happy, I guess, that it's wood, and I hope it's not been damaged further, because looking at the box here, it's even open, but I ordered some wooden hands because I wanted to use them not just as, there's nothing else in there in that box, but there is a wooden hand here. I was trying to get a hand that was similar to my own size, which I think we are pretty close here actually. Because I needed something to model gloves. Like when I crochet gloves, I need something to model them and something that I could use for photo shoots basically. I have here a right hand. It's a little bit stiff in the joints, but it is actually working, I would say. It sort of has nails here on top. This isn't too bad, and it even moves around in the wrists here as well. It will stand. So that's actually pretty nice. Yeah, so far I am not unhappy with this. So what I want to try is, I found a pair of fingerless dragon scale gloves that I made last autumn. And I was like thinking I could, so this is how they would look on my hand. But if I'm going to take photos of them to show off, then I need a model hand. So now I'm going to see how it goes taking them on the model hand. And hopefully it's not too complicated. Well, I definitely should not try to make a small size, or if I do make a small size, I need a new hand that's a bit smaller in size, but that's a tiny detail. That's not too bad. Here we go. We have a model hand showing off fingerless gloves. Awesome. I think that's pretty okay actually. My only concern is if I have gloves that's smaller, because I can see that the width of this is more of a medium size, so I might need to consider an extra which is smaller maybe. That's probably my only concern right now. But it's not bad. And I actually bought two of them, because I bought one in left and I bought one in right. So here would be my left hand. But yeah, the challenge here is basically the size of width here. And if I really compare that, my own hand is slightly ever so smaller, but I think it's a good for a small to medium size. I have a small hand. It's fair to say I have a small hand. But yeah, here's one more. And they seem pretty okay and pretty sturdy for something that's been in traffic. The only thing that is I do note some, I don't know if there is any reason for these, or if it's just a coincidence. But yeah, I have more hands here, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, they could work, I think, for the purpose. They could. At least for a medium sized. I might consider to get a smaller hand for small. But here we are. That works. Intent is good. I paid like, let's see, a little bit less than €8 per hand. So price wise, we're really good. They would have been much more expensive elsewhere. I don't need them to be totally pretty or beautiful. I just need them to serve a purpose. These will definitely do. But I do think I have to consider maybe a smaller sized one as well, because these are definitely more like a medium size, like closer to medium than they are to small. And it's good to know also in case that I need large or whatnot. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Then I got, let's see, then I got a safety eye tool, which is basically a tool that you can use to help press on the back sides on the safety eyes. So you put the safety eye on top and you just like squeeze down. Apparently we have multiple sizes here. It was a small piece and I do believe I paid like €3.5 for it. And I can smell it's like there's a burnt edge to this. Maybe to remove all sorts of splinters in it. Haven't tried it yet. I will have to try it. And I will give you feedback as to how these work. Definitely, a feedback will come on that later. I will have to do a test and an evaluation of them. Then the next I got is a yarn holder. And again, we are having these boxes that's totally wrecked. So I'm just pretty happy basically that the things I got can handle a bit of beating up. These I've heard so much of. Put your yarn on top. It should be able to easily spool around here, but I do think it is a little bit uneven. I think that could be due to, doesn't go 100% smooth. But it could be due to being a bit bent in the transportation. I don't know. Or it just needs a little bit of filing, because it's on the same point that it does it, which is like over here. I did get multiple of them because I have multiple projects. And I like the idea of having multiple. They're like half price or even less than half price compared to other places on Temu. This is why I got them on Temu basically. But this one I need to do something. I guess I don't know if I need to grind the bottom part or if I need to try bend the top part a bit, because it does seem like that's the issue. That it's slightly ever so bent. Or maybe what I could consider is putting something in here that will heighten up this, how this one spins. That would actually not be a bad idea. I might try for that first because it just needs to be heightened for like 2 or 3 millimeters and it would be fine. It could be slightly ever so crooked. I can compare with the next because I got 2 of them as mentioned. See if this one has the same issue. No, it doesn't seem like it. No, see, this goes smooth and smooth and smooth. So basically, if you have a cake, you put it on here, and if you take it from the outside of the cake, it will just nicely spin around without you having to untwist it. But the same goes if you have the pull scales and the like. You can take it from the outside, it will smoothly turn and turn and turn for you. I really like the idea of this, being able to do this with yarn skeins, not needing to have them jumping around everywhere. I really like the idea of this, and this is really ever so smooth. And what you can see here is actually here the gap is less than it is, oh, it's more than it is here, and that is why this one goes rather ever so difficult. This one sits better, or the pin is longer. So that's really good to know. I'm looking forward to try them out, obviously. I also got a double one because, as you know, I am currently working on my mosaic blanket, and I still have a bit to go, but I thought if I get one with 2 spools on it, that would be perfect for my mosaic blanket, because I keep the same. I generally tend to keep the same, just a moment. I generally tend to keep the same yarns for quite a while. And I work with 2 yarns attached to the project simultaneously. So I thought that was a great idea. I see this one, opposed to all the others, are actually quite well attached to with taping. Might be destroying it, not intentionally. There we go. Oh, it had a nice piece of protecting foam. Here we are. I got one with 2 spools. And these are running smooth and nice. I only think my fingers feel a little bit dusty, so what I do think I need to do is I need to de-dust them a bit. And I have the feeling this sits a slightly ever so higher than this one. It's cosmetic for me. And cosmetic for me isn't that important, because honestly, I just need something that's working. Only thing I'm concerned about, but I will have to test out, is if there's enough space for both of them to actually easily run on these. It could be for me that they are too narrow, and then I will need 2 separate spools for running it. But then I can use this for some other project. Again, it's a testing out and learning and so on with these. They feel really nice. I am definitely not opposed to them. I do think they're interchangeable also. Yeah, they are actually, except I feel the issue. I found the issue. Here it's not as high, or compared to the others where the pedestal is. So I know the issue now. There are difference in how far or how deep they have been stuck in. And this one is just not deep enough, so it's not tuning enough. I might actually contact Temu about it, because they are known for refunding items with issues. If they're not refunding it, I'm just gonna see if I can put something in that kind of lifts that up a bit, because I don't think I will be able to push it further down without destroying it, so I'm not gonna attempt that. I have only 1 item left of this Temu haul this time around, and I will obviously get back to you once I've been in contact with Temu about the one that doesn't spin very well, and let you know if possible, at the end of this video how that went. Obviously, I won't be able to get a reply from Temu straight away, so that might be a few days before I can come on here and give you an update. But I promise you, I will give you an update as to what the result was for that. The last thing I bought here is a blocking board, because I need to block some granny squares. I don't have any granny squares right now, but I do need to block some granny squares here out in the future. And I got a board that should be 30 by 30 centimeters, which was a lot cheaper compared to similar blocking boards on Temu. I paid, I think, 18 euros for it. What's important with Temu is you have multiple of the same item, and you do need to search a bit sometimes to get the cheapest option. But yeah, this is the blocking board that I got. There's a holder for it, there are blocking pins, lots of holes here. And it says, warning, avoid suffocation, blah, 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 bag is not for children. Fair enough, which is true. So this is basically my blocking board, and I'm going to take them out to see how this works. As said, I don't have any granny squares we can test out right now. But the idea of having a blocking board ready once I need to is awesome. This feels quite nice. Actually, I'm not dissatisfied so far. There's a holder for it even, should you need it. I'm not sure if I need one, but it's nice to have. There is 8 pins coming with this blocking board. I think that's nice. That gives you the opportunity to block multiple items at the same time. The pins go easily in, so that's for me also important, obviously, that I easily can insert them. And I'm just gonna do a quick test. And so we have here with pins, and quick look, it seems it's like about 1 centimeter per gap, so there's about 1 centimeter between each of the holes. So I can make some reasonably decent sized granny squares here without it running out of space. That's the reason I bought a bigger one. I wanted to make sure I had enough should it be needed. I'm probably not going to make that big granny squares, at least not anytime soon, but if I get there where I need it, I have it. That's important. Yeah, I am going to check out with Temu if I can get some sort of discount on the not optimally working item, or how they're going to handle that, or if I might get a new shipped, or if I get a refund or a partial refund. I will let you know once I've talked with Temu support, because obviously it's not turning optimally, and therefore I won't get the full enjoyment out of it. In case they say I get nothing, that's fair enough. I will find some sort of solution to sort of make it work. But yeah, I will have to find out by contacting Temu. Yeah, so I will check in with you once I've heard from them, and then I'm gonna say thank you for watching, take care, and happy crafting. Bye. I checked with Temu, and I requested a refund based on the one yarn holder that was very rough getting to turn. And Temu did really easy, actually. They asked me to record a video showing the defect, so I did, and submitted that. And I actually held the 2 yarn holders together, so to say, so you could see how easy the one was spinning and how poorly the other one was. Submitted the video and got an instant refund, so that's awesome. And I actually used that refund money to purchase a new hand that was a wooden hand. That's just a size smaller, so hopefully that's more like a small size that's fitting the size of my hands a bit better, as mentioned earlier in this video. Thank you for the update. So that was the update basically. Thank you for watching. Take care and happy crafting. Bye.